Khan Shalom Akyam. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Raka Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, who teach and rule well, and Shalom to the sincere Akyam, spreading his truth and sincerity. Shalom. So in this video, I want to go over this article that I found on endtimeheadlines.org, and it's concerning China doing genetical experiments to basically create super soldiers, man. And this is something that has not been unknown to us. It is truth, because we understand that Esau and the rest of the nations, they're trying to push the limits concerning what they will be humanly capable of, man. To excel that human capabilities, man. By means of technological advancements, or by means of altering DNA, by, for instance, inserting DNA of animals that have certain capabilities, which in actuality, animals, do have certain, quote unquote, superpowers, man. And Esau and the rest of the nations, trying to mess with the gene codes, trying to create hybrid humans, with the intent of creating super soldiers that have certain capabilities, man, that are derived from these specific animals that have those certain characteristics or attributes. And the article that I'm going into, is such an article, man, because we understand, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, that yes, these nations are trying to excel, one another, but also the time that is, ahead of us, the elect shall receive that spiritual power, man. The elect shall be a force, to be reckoned with, man, an unstoppable force. And the thing is that these heathen nations, starting off with Esau, Edom, the so-called white men upon the earth, they understand that that's going to happen, because they know they know about the prophecies, man. They know about the prophecies and what is going to happen, and they understand that they have a short time, in order to establish their one world government. But the point is that shall never happen. Thus said the Bible, man. Because before they are able to fully accomplish their new world order, the Most High is gonna send forth His Son, and they're gonna bring forth nuclear destruction upon this earth. After which, the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, shall rule upon this earth. Starting off with the elect, we're gonna have those spiritual powers, man. We're gonna have those spiritual powers, that you can see in the movies, man. And the way for these, at least to try and combat the elect, is by altering the DNA of their soldiers in order to create super soldiers. Just like, Captain America, for instance. So, let's get into this article. Grab a couple of scriptures and show a couple of movies that show you, how Esau, was already busy with, this. Because if they showed in the movies, man, then they were already busy with that before those movies even came out, man. And they're only showing you the advancements, that they've already achieved, man. But let's get into the article. This is Chinese genetic experiment may lead to army of radiation-resistant super soldiers. This is April 1st, 2023. So this article is not a joke, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we know how this world is, concerning April Fools and things like that. But, even if this article would be a joke, it's not a joke, man. These things do exist. They are busy with this in their laboratories, man. It says, reports out of China continue to confirm that scientists there are still seeking to push through barriers with Frankenstein-like experimentation on genes with an eye toward the manipulation of human DNA. Any and all ethical considerations be damned. What could go wrong? According to Zero Edge, the Hong-based South China Morning Post has a doozy of a headline out this week based on a breakthrough announcement by a team of scientists linked to the Chinese military working in Beijing. Chinese team behind extreme animal gene experiment says it may lead to super soldiers who survive nuclear fallout. We understand that a nuclear destruction is biblical prophecy. We can understand that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yoshai. So it would only be, likely that they're going to try to create soldiers that will be able to, survive those situations. But they don't understand that that won't work, man. They can try whatever they want, but it won't work. The project was first unveiled in the Chinese language journal Military Medical Sciences and has been gaining more and more media attention and interest within the scientific community, but is also raising serious ethical quandaries, despite the experiment being defended by its overseers as totally legal. According to details, the military scientists say they've successfully inserted a gene from the microscopic water bear into human embryonic stem cells and significantly increased these cells' resistance to radiation. And I don't know what a water bear is. Let me look it up quickly on my phone. It's a very, very, very small microscopic animal, man. It's a very small microscopic animal, man. It's like a smaller than a tick. It says they said success in this unprecedented experiment could lead to super tough soldiers who could survive nuclear fallout. SCMP writes, the initiative involved the experimental introduction into human DNA utilizing embryonic cells of a key gene found in the water bear. The gene in question gives the microscopic creature a rare resistance to radiation and other extreme environmental effects. Scientists have long considered that water bears, also known as tardigrades, may hold genetic secrets which could one day be key to human survival and longevity. The 8-legged tiny animal, which is smaller than a millimeter in length, has been described as follows. So, like I explained already, they see that these animals have certain capabilities or characteristics that are favorable in the sight of these scientists to create these super soldiers. So they try to basically insert that into the human genome, man. It says tardigrades are tiny, cute, and virtually indestructible. The microscopic animals are able to survive in a pot of boiling water, at the bottom of a deep sea trench, or even in the cold, dark vacuum of space. In August, an Israeli spacecraft carrying tardigrades as part of a scientific experiment crashed on the moon, and scientists believe they may have survived. This is the nonsense, man. This is the nonsense that they do come with, man. This man, damn, hey. This part is something that I don't really believe, man. because Esau never been to the moon. You see the nations with their spacecraft, space aerospace type of things. They've never been to the moon. Can be, man. Scripture says that the moon is a light, man. How can you land upon a light? It's crazy. But reading on, it says, having isolated a tardigrades gene capable of producing shoot-like proteins, which can protect against radiation and other harms. The Chinese team said it found a way to introduce this gene into human DNA using CRISPR, a gene editing tool now available in most biolabs, according to the SCMP review of the experiment. And the thing with CRISPR is that it's able to alter these genes, man. There's this series on Netflix that goes into that, that understanding of how that actually works. I forgot the name, but last year or the year before that, I made a video about that series, which is just acted series, but it was very good, man, because it also showed you the the marks of the beastos, man. The marks of the beastos, which is biblical prophecy. It showed you how these these people, starting off with Esau, Edom, tried to play God, man. Altering humans, altering nature, the creatures and things itself. Meanwhile, when the angels and Yahweh Shai created everything upon the earth, they saw that it was good, man. It was good the way that it was created. But Esau don't agree with that, man. He thinks that, things need to be adjusted and need to become better. Salakia says, in the laboratory experiment, nearly 90% of the human embryonic cells during the water bear gene survived illegal exposure to X-ray radiation. According to the team led by Professor Yu Wen with the Radiation and Biotechnology Laboratory at the Academy of Military Sciences, Beijing, the report continues. So these are things that they're busy with, man. They show that just, in plain sight, man. So this is, something that I want to show as well concerning the super soldier movies. Because like I said, they just show you what they're busy with, man. They just straight up tell you, man. And the things that they tell you is only half or only a small part of what they're actually busy with. So back in the days, you had Universal Soldier. It was one of the first movies that basically showed this. I don't know about Hardcore Henry, but I do know Captain America. Also is the super soldier, man. Just like, what was his buddy? Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier and Captain America both, are super soldiers, man. They was injected with a super soldier serum. Don't know the exact name of it. And then they became, they excelled, the human capabilities. Deadpool, it's just, if I'm correct, Deadpool cannot even die. Bloodshot, also super soldier. And then you have the Avengers in general. They show you, this the type of superpowers and the strength, of the elect, man. What we're gonna have in those times, which is all in the Bible, man. Which is all biblical, man. So let me first grab Jeremiah. So like, Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 16. And it says, Behold, I will send for many fishers, said the Lord Yahweh, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rock. So this is referring to, the servants, the prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that are trying to gather the elect, and the innumerable multitude, man, to come back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai in the highways and byways. We're fishers of men, trying to lure them in, basically, by the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But the time will come that we shall be changed. We shall be changed, into weapons, man. Weapons of warfare. Because it says in, Jeremiah chapter, Just Dalmar Battle X. No, it was Jeremiah 51 and 20. It says, I was looking for another one. I think it was Isaiah. But this is Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. So the Most High, He is going to, change the elect into weapons, man, with spiritual powers, being able to destroy our enemies, man. One man shall be able to chase 1,000 again. We shall be able to destroy tanks, destroy the missiles, destroy the bullets. Everything that they're going to come up with against us is going to be destroyed. It says, verse 21, I'm going to read it again. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider. And with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. In modern day terms, this is referring to the army and its tanks and its vehicles, man. 22, with thee also will I break in pieces man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. So we're also going to put forth judgment upon those that deserve it, man. Even those that are not serving in the armies, but that are contrary to the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that deserve judgment. Verse 23, I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, and with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen, and with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers. You see? So, all type of people of all kind of statuses, man. Whether you are young, old, rich, poor, whether you have, something to say in this world or whether you don't. If you deserve judgment, we're going to serve it for you, man. Because even it says in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, Salakia, it says the following. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 17, he shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemy. And, we are the creature of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. We're even a new creature in Yahweh Shai. You see, so the creature is referring to the elect that's going to be changed into weapons to revenge, to put forth revenge for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. This is Isaiah chapter 59 verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord Yahweh shall lift up a standard against them. So when our enemies, whether they do have those super soldier qualities, whether they don't have those things yet but are equipped with weapons, armory, tanks, when they shall come, the Most High is able to lift up that standard, which that standard goes into a way for us to escape out of that situation. It could be by different ways. But one of those ways could also be that the Most High shall grant us the spiritual powers to fight against those super soldiers that are being created by these heathen nations, man. Because it would only be, fun, like, hey, otherwise there would be no fun in basically, fighting our enemies, man, if it's too easy, man. So if they're being, upgraded a little bit, then you still have a little bit of a fight, man. This is Isaiah chapter 40, verse 28. Hast thou not known, hast thou not heard, that the everlasting power, the Lord Yahweh, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary? There is no searching of his understanding. So the Heavenly Father, he is the ultimate power, man, which the power cannot be diminished. And we're going to be tapping into that power, man. We're going to be, in a way, like the angels, man. Verse 29, he giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he giveth us like he increaseth strength. To the ones that are weaker, he's able to increase their strength, man. It says, even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young man shall utterly fall. Because in your youth, you're supposed to be, having vigor and strength. You're supposed to have more endurance. But even those young people, eventually, that's gonna, they're gonna be exhausted, man. Verse 31, but they that wait upon the Lord Yahweh shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. So if we're going to wait upon Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and trust in him, then he's going to grant us with those powers, man. We're going to be able to tap into him because he allows us to, receive those powers. But we're going to renew our strength, man. We're going to be strong. We're going to be able to fly, run like the flesh, jump as high, as we would like, have laser eyes. All the things that you see on those movies, man. X-Men, Marvel, DC. Those are the things that the elect is going to be given, man. This is Zechariah 12:8. In that day shall the Lord Yahweh defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble amongst them at that day shall be as David. And the house of David shall be as the angel, as the power, basically, as the powers, as the angel of the Lord Yahweh before them. So we're going to be changed, man. We are going to be changed into powers, man. Into powers, man. We're going to have true power, like the angels, the spiritual powers, man, that we can only imagine in the movies and series, man. those things are going to be given unto us, man. But we need to, have patience, man, and wait upon the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. And Esau knows these things, but because he knows that he has but a short time, so he's trying to do everything that he can to come up against the Most High and to defeat his elect. But that won't happen, man. This is Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So Esau knows that he has but a short time, and he thinks that in that short time he's able to accomplish anything, man. But the only thing that he is able to accomplish is that which the Most High allows him to accomplish, right before he's about to establish that new world order. The Most High is going to step in, man. Yahushua is going to be sent forth. We're going to be changed, and then we're going to be changed into our, spiritual, body, man, our extraterrestrial, man. Then it's going to be on, man. We're going to fight a beautiful battle, man. We just already won. Just said the Bible, man. So yeah, with that, I hope and pray that this video was edifying. And with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And shalom to the sincere Akim, spreading truth in sincerity. Shalom.